DJ Wolf, of course, podcast is DJ Wolf Live on YouTube. Give me 1 second. And get some libations, man. Still fighting this bronchi, man. I'm doing better. Yesterday I was out of it. But anyway, so let me talk about this right quick. We're talking about the drones. There's a drone situation been going on for the last 3 weeks or so. There's reports of sightings in New Jersey and parts out here in Maryland, in the PG and Bowie area specifically. Um, I got a story to tell about one I seen a few years ago. But before I get to that, uh, what's reported now, the government, no one knows what or who put the drones out there or why. That's what's been said, although I kind of beg to differ, but that's another story. Somebody had to know something, man. You know, I really have a lot of doubts about that. No one not knowing, that's ridiculous to me. You know, and they're flying over airspace, restricted airspace at that. So I know they had to know something. You had to know where it's coming from. Now, I got a theory about one of the things. There are companies, American companies, my understanding is out here that actually produce uh, drones that fly all at one time. I give you an example. I was watching, I think, what was it, the Great American Christmas Light Fight, and they actually did. I think, if I'm mistaken, I think that's the episode where they actually showed a world record of 5,000 drones flown in the air, and you can look it up. I just looked it up this morning. I remember saying it. 5,000 drones that was put in the air to create Christmas, outdoor Christmas scenes. That's a known fact. Yeah, that was done. That was done not too long ago, about a year ago, and it was a world record. So there are companies that do that kind of stuff. I didn't hear anybody on radio or television or YouTube or anywhere else talk about that, but it's known. It's very well known. Wow, these people out here can't drive with 2 cents, man. I'm trying to get my butt up on in the lane now for a second. And a hard time trying to get over. Maybe I'm really a little late. But nevertheless, though, this is something that was known. Now, let me talk about this right quick. Because I had a personal experience with a drone flying over my house. This would happen about maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. I don't even think it was that. Maybe about 3 years, 4 years ago. I don't remember what time of the season it was. It might have been the fall. And I heard this loud, sound like a helicopter, and you could hear it. I heard her hovering over my house for about a good 5 minutes. True story. They're just hovering, and those louds, I don't know what. I've never heard nothing that loud over my house in my life. It was like it was trying to land or something. It was crazy. But anyway, so I heard it, and the closer it got to my house, the louder it was. So I'm like, and I saw what appeared to be a drone from my back patio hovering over. I said, "Damn, I ain't never heard no drone that loud before." So it was weird because as soon as I went to my front door from my foyer, and sure enough, the drone is on that side of the house looking over ahead at the front part of my house. It was almost like I had X-ray something in my house and followed me from one part of the house inside the other to the other side when I got out. And it was weird. I looked around and I pointed at it. I wish I took a picture of it. Now, did I have the legality to shoot it down? No. Was doing anything hovering over my house, but I didn't know who to tell or what. I didn't know if it was a police drone or what. I didn't know what it was. Not that they had any reason to be over my house anyway. 'Cause I wasn't doing anything wrong, just watching TV. But they've been doing these drones. They've been running like this. Probably have run out of longer than we know. You know, but not in the droves that we've been seeing them in the last few weeks. Nothing like that now. But I never really thought, and I'm gonna be honest, I never really thought drones was actually a good thing for us anyway. I own two drones. One of them actually I bought from Toys R Us years ago, and it worked pretty good. It worked pretty good. I think I bought it back in 2004, 2005, something like that. It may be a little later than that, but it was cool and it worked. It worked flawless for about a little while, and I was able to control it. I don't think I paid $50 for it. They had camera and everything on it. And I actually kind of wanted to get a drone since then, just so I could use it, to hover over my house to see if there's things I need to repair on my house. Otherwise, I haven't owned a drone in several years, you know, and had no desire to get one after that. Especially with all this stuff that's going on now. And I thought they had regulations for people who use drones that couldn't use them over a certain amount of feet in restricted spaces anyway, you know. But I do think that there's something about that's going on that we don't know. There's somebody knows. There's somebody that's in the powers that be that probably know a lot more than what they're saying. Oh yes, I said it, and I do believe that. So, in any case, we may know a little sooner than later. We don't know, but there's been reports that there are drones that were the size found that they seen that were the size of small cars, which mean to me, if they're as large as small cars, they could have possibly been manned. You know, that's kind of creepy to me. You know, and now they got drones that carry items in it now. It's like I don't know, folks. It's just it says unexplainable right now. But I think someone does have some explanation for it. Someone does know about it. That's my personal take on it. I really do believe there's more is known about the drones that were up in there in those areas than we're just saying. A lot more. You know. I don't know. We just got to pray on it, man. But we'll know about it later. I wanted to talk about also about the Travis Hunter situation. And basically, to me, uh, I think the woman that he's with is a bit of a cloud chaser. I could be wrong, but she come off as a cloud chaser to me. And if she's cloud chasing like that when she's with him, then ain't no telling what she's gonna do once she really gets the bag. You know, I'm just saying right now, if that's the kind of woman you got, then that ain't the kind of woman you need to be with. That's just me. It's ultimately his choice. If he wants to go ahead and let her ruin his life by stepping in every time he got a fan coming out wanting to get an autograph and she gets a little pissy fit and he's happy about it, it really is on him. I mean, but there's nothing wrong with brothers advising him about, hey, you might be going about this the wrong way in a relationship with a woman who initially said she wasn't even into the guy. She said it. He wasn't. She said, "quote wasn't my type. He wasn't my type at first." And I'm like, "Oh, so maybe you found out that he was a potential guy to be an NFL draft pick. That you decided that he's your type after the fact." Hmm. Just saying. And I found that whole thing with that strange anyway. You know, how was he not your type at first until you became find out how high property he got, and how much of a possible draft pick he could be to be your type. And she admitted in another video that she had previously was dating other athletes. So, she had a certain type she was looking for anyway, you know, which means she's kind of looking for the bag. But like I said, nothing wrong with advising him of what he may need to, to wake up about not doing because it could be a detriment to not, it could be a detriment to his career and his life because of some woman who wants to, you know, be with you because all of a sudden you became a type. That's crazy to me. I don't want to be with a woman just because I might have been a type, not her type of person later on. Although it does happen, but I think in this situation it's all about money. That's all about the bag. And she said she had a certain type anyway. Her certain type was athletes. What does that tell you right there? Wrapped the rip. She already knew that right off the rip. And successful athletes at that, apparently, you know. But that's what she had right off the rip anyway, folks. So, but anyway, that's all I got right now. Uh, of course, this is DJ Wolf Live, and I'm your podcast host, DJ Wolf. We'll talk about